अस्सलाम वालेकुम डियर स्टूडेंट्स। लास्ट टाइम हम पढ़ रहे थे इनेट इम्यूनिटी और उसमें हमने कंप्लीट किया था फिजिकल बैरियर्स एज वेल एज द फिजियोलॉजिकल बैरियर्स। हाँ, इन एडिशन टू उसमें आते थे फैगोसाइटिक बैरियर्स, इन्फ्लेमेटरी बैरियर्स एज वेल एज द नेचुरल किलर सेल्स। मगर ये दोनों दैट मींस फिजिकल एज वेल एज द फिजियोलॉजिकल बैरियर्स वी हैव कंप्लीटेड देम। नाउ लेट अस टुडे स्टार्ट our next barrier, that will be our phagocytic barrier or the phagocytic barriers. इसका मतलब क्या है? Phagocytic barriers means the barriers or the structures or the cells which are involved in phagocytosis. Phagocytosis का मतलब क्या है? Means the engulfment as well as the digestion of the foreign particles as well as the pathogens or microorganisms performed by some cells. So that engulfment as well as the digestion which is performed by some specialized cells have been termed as phagocytosis. Now the cells which performs the phagocytosis, have been termed as phagocytes. So तिमन सेलन छे इस वनन phagocytes means them cells which engulfs or digests the foreign particles as well as the pathogens. तिमन सेलन छे इस वनन phagocytes. Now this Eshkov means he was a biologist, a great biologist. In 1959 he classified these phagocytes into the two categories, in the two types. Depends upon their site as well as the location. Now first one is wandering phagocytes and the second one is fixed or sessile phagocytes. Now first of all, wandering phagocytes. ये wandering phagocytes का मतलब क्या है? Means them phagocytes या those phagocytes which are mobile. Means they remain wandering in our blood. That means they circulates, they remain mobile in our body या in our blood. शाबाशनस उन phagocytes को हम कहते हैं wandering phagocytes. And the example of these wandering phagocytes is number first one is the neutrophil as well as number next is the monocytes. Both are the types of WBCs and perform phagocytosis. Normally they remains in our blood. But when there is infection to a particular tissue, the damaged cells of that tissue that secrete some chemicals so as to attract these neutrophils as well as the monocytes. So at that time, both the neutrophils as well as the monocytes, they leaves the blood and arrive on the site of infection to engulf the foreign particle, to engulf those pathogens, and they comes out through the blood by a process. That process is termed as diapedesis. Means तब ये शब्द क्या blood vessels से बाहर आ जाते हैं through a process that's termed as diapedesis, which is a characteristic feature of the WBCs. So since they move through the blood vessels, that is why इनको हम कह सकते हैं wandering phagocytes. Now moving towards the another type of the phagocytes, those are the fixed or sessile phagocytes. Means them phagocytes यम एक सी जगह पे या एक सी टिश्यूज में रोजन present. Means these are fixed to a particular tissue And the example is, for example, Kupffer cells in case of the liver. A liver cell is mostly made up of the hepatic cells to perform metabolism. But in addition to the hepatic cells, liver cells में होते हैं Kupffer cells. Those Kupffer cells are phagocytes. अगर liver gets an infection, अगर liver में कम phagocyte या सही pathogens आव, at that time the Kupffer cells they engulf those pathogens. That means Kupffer cells are the phagocytes in the liver. Likewise, there are reticular cells in spleen. Likewise, mesangial cells in case of the kidneys. Likewise, microglial cells in case of brain, as well as the osteoclasts in case of bones. All these function has to perform the phagocytes in these particular type of the tissues. So that is why they have been termed as fixed or sessile phagocytes. Now, moving towards the mechanism of the phagocytosis. Now, let's move towards the mechanism of phagocytosis. For example, if we consider this as a phagocyte cell, and this one is microorganism or the pathogen that have entered into body. तो first of all, यहाँ पे ये mechanism कैसे involve होता है? First of all, there is a chemo attraction. Number first one यहाँ पे होता है chemo attraction. उसका मतलब क्या है chemo attraction? Means for example, अगर कहाँ pathogen आव साइंस टिश्यूस मस तेम कोर destroy साइंस टिश्यू infection कोर create, the damaged cells of the tissue they secrete some chemicals. कौन से chemicals ये secrete करते हैं? For example, interleukins. और यहाँ पे जो interleukins है, these are of various types, मगर यहाँ पे interleukin 8 इन्वॉल्व होता है. Means यम damaged cells छ, तिम छ interleukin 8 secrete करन, produce करन to invite the phagocytes upon the site of the infection where the pathogen is present, so as to engulf the pathogen. So that means उसी को हम कहते हैं chemo attraction. Means the phagocytes are chemically attracted towards the site of the infection. और कौन से chemicals involved होते हैं? Interleukin 8. So now the phagocytes they arrives upon the site of the infection, and उसे क्या होता है? They engulf the pathogen, they engulf the this microorganism or the foreign substance by a process called as endocytosis. Means पहले इनका जो प्लाज्मा सरफेस होता है, प्लाज्मा लेयर होता है phagocytes वो प्लेन होता है, मगर युथु यम टच करनस शबाश युथु यम वातन जो microorganisms या pathogens नजदीक they perform the invagination. Means yim khod aksh banawa. And into this invaginated part, the shabash they attracts the pathogens. And finally, chu watan pathogen at shabash invaginousness. Now shabash this plasma membrane gets cutted and they engulf this whole pathogen, or they engulf they eat it within the cytoplasm of the phagocyte. Means under kunchusar in the form of phagosome. Means phagosome में क्या होता है? एक तो pathogen होता है that's covered by means of the cell membrane of this phagocyte. Now, this when the phagosome enters in the cytoplasm of the phagocyte, the lysosomes from the Golgi bodies they arise and moves towards this shabash phagosome and fuses with the phagosome to form a body that is called as phagolysosome. Now, katiya lysosomes getting fused, it depends upon the size of the phagosome. It depends upon the size of the foreign particle or the pathogen that have entered into this phagocyte. So accordingly, शाबाश क्या lysosomes getting involved. अगर इसका साइज कम होगा तो कम ही lysosomes getting involved. अगर अमिक साइज ज्यादा हो ज्यादा lysosomes getting involved. As you know, the lysosomes they contain various enzymes which can digest the proteins, lipids, carbohydrates as well as the nucleic acids. Now, Shabashya, when they fuse, when the lysosomes fuses with the phagosome, forms the phagolysosome, after which they release their enzymes. They releases their enzymes. So these enzymes they then digest. They then enters into the body of the phagosome and digests, breaks down this foreign body or the pathogen. Means they perform the digestion. पहले यहाँ पे engulfment हुई, but यहाँ पे digestion हुआ within the phagolysosome. That means I'm such kill current शबाश क्या pathogens. I'm such kill current foreign particle as well as the microorganisms. उसके बाद जो बचता है शबाश क्या waste material that is stored in a vacuole that is called as residual vacuole. And this residual vacuole arrives at the periphery of the phagocyte to eliminate the waste material, to eliminate the residues by a process that is called as exocytosis. So with this, shabash kya, the pathogen gets killed, gets engulfed as well as the digested within the phagocyte, and this is termed as the phagocytosis, or this is the mechanism of the phagocytosis. इनमें इसमें सबसे पहले आता है endocytosis as well as exocytosis, and the whole process is termed as phagocytosis. So it was the mechanism of the phagocytosis, how the phagocytes they engulf us as well as the digest the foreign substances or the pathogens in order to clean up the environment in our body. So with this आज हमने शबाश क्या phagocytic barrier complete किया. इंशाल्लाह नेक्स्ट टॉपिक में हम डिस्कस करेंगे inflammatory barrier. Till then, goodbye and खुदा हाफिज़.